Hey everyone! Ever wondered why the number of flowers you give on a date could make or break your romantic moment? Do you know that slurping the noodles are celebrated in some cultures? Each country has its own set of unspoken rules and traditions, and what might seem rude or strange in one place could be the height of politeness in another. From the art of noodle slurping in Japan to the surprising table manners in Portugal, we've got it all covered. Number 1. The noodle noise in Japan. Our first stop? Japan, the land of the rising sun. Imagine this. You're in a quiet, classy restaurant in Japan, and suddenly you hear loud slurping noises. Don't be alarmed. You've just encountered the art of noodle slurping. Yes, you heard it right. In Japan, the sound of noodles being voraciously slurped is not only common but also appreciated. It's a sign of enjoying your meal, a hearty compliment to the chef who has prepared it. Quite contrary to what we are used to in the Western world. We are taught from a young age to chew with our mouths closed and to avoid making noise while eating, at all costs. A loud slurp might earn you a few disapproving glances or an embarrassed nudge under the table from your dinner companion. But in Japan, it's a whole different ballgame. Here, the louder your slurp, the more you're showing your appreciation for the dish. So next time you're in Japan, slurp those noodles loud and proud. Embrace the slurp, savor the flavor, because in Japan, it's not just a meal, it's a symphony of delicious sounds. Number 2. The Russian flower fiasco. Gentlemen, if you're thinking of impressing your date with a beautiful bouquet of roses, think again. Now don't get me wrong, Russians love flowers as much as the next person, but there's a little cultural quirk that might just land you in hot water if you're not careful. You see, in Russia, it's considered bad form to give an even number of flowers. Why? Well, even numbers of flowers are traditionally reserved for funerals. That's right, folks. In Russia, always remember to count your flowers before you hand them over. Odd numbers are considered good luck and are typically given during celebrations or on dates. So instead of 12 roses, opt for 11. Or 13 if you're feeling extra generous. It might seem strange, but it's always better to err on the side of caution. Number 3. Tipless in Japan. Back to Japan, where leaving a tip can leave your waiter feeling, well, a bit tipped off. Yes, you heard right. In Japan, a monetary token of appreciation is unnecessary and considered downright rude. You see, in Japan, it's all about the service, not the tip. Service is seen as a duty, a part of the job, and not something that requires an extra monetary incentive. So keep your change in your pocket because in Japan, good service is expected, not tipped. So before jumping to next one, maybe give us a tip and hit the like button. Number 4. Don't clear your plate in China. So, you've just enjoyed an amazing food in China, the flavors were dancing in your mouth and your taste buds are throwing a party. But wait, what's this? Leaving food on your plate? In many places, that's a no-no, but in China, it's a whole different story. You see, in China, leaving a little bit on your plate is actually a sign of good manners. It shows that the host has been generous and provided more than enough for you. But here's the trick. Don't go too far with it. You're not trying to start a new trend of plate art. It's more about the cultural gesture than the actual amount of food. Number 5. Say cheese, but not too much in Italy. Asking for extra cheese in Italy may not be as simple as it sounds. It's not that they don't want to give it to you, it's just that Italians believe in the perfect balance of flavors. And messing with that balance is like asking Michelangelo to add more brushstrokes to the Sistine Chapel. Many chefs will serve up your food exactly how they believe it should be eaten, and will likely take offense if you think it needs something extra. On number 6, don't ask for salt and pepper in Portugal. We're flying to Portugal where the food is as vibrant as the culture. But hold on to your seasoning shakers, because asking for salt and pepper might just make you the talk of the town. In Portugal, the chefs are like culinary wizards, carefully crafting each dish with a magical touch. Asking for salt and pepper is like telling a wizard you need more magic. If you ask for salt or pepper in Portugal, you may hurt people's feelings. The thing is, it's a message to the person who's cooked a dish that it's not tasty enough and that you need to complete their work. Number 7. Don't fill your own glass in Japan. So, you're in Japan, surrounded by the delightful buzz of an izakaya. The sushi is rolling, the sake is pouring, and you're ready to toast to a good time. But here's the catch. Whatever you do, resist the urge to fill your own glass. In Japan, pouring your own drink is a social no-no. It's like saying, I'm a party of one, and I'm dancing solo. In Japanese culture, there's a beauty in the communal spirit of pouring drinks for each other. It's a gesture that says, let's share this moment together. If you have an empty glass and nobody has noticed, Serve someone else. The Japanese will respond in kind. You may be thought a bit of a lush if you pour your own alcoholic drink. Number 8. Never eat tacos with fork and knife in Mexico. Mexico, where the tacos are hot, the salsa is hotter, and there's one rule you don't want to break. Never, and I mean never, eat tacos with a fork and knife. Amigo, no cuchillo y tenedor para los tacos. Translation: friend, no knife and fork for tacos. They'll say it with a grin, but deep down, they're wondering if you've accidentally wandered into a burrito festival. So, take a confident grip, tilt your head to the side, and take a big, unapologetic bite. It's a messy masterpiece, a delicious dance, and it's okay if a little salsa escapes. That's just part of the flavor fiesta. Now, aren't these cultural etiquettes a fascinating mix of shocking and hilarious? It's quite a roller coaster ride around the world, isn't it? From the noodle slurping symphony in Japan to the peculiar Russian flower fiasco, we've traveled through some unexpected norms and traditions. And who could forget the tipless culture in Japan, where a simple act of generosity could turn into an awkward moment? Just imagine, what if you were to navigate these cultural icebergs unaware? But don't stress, with every video we're equipping you with the knowledge to avoid these cultural mishaps. So, ready for more surprising and fun facts from around the world? Don't miss out on this global adventure. Hit that subscribe button. Remember, when it comes to culture, expect the unexpected.